Hello, 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 hello. Like and share, like and share. Hello, hello, hello. Wait, see whether it's live already or not. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Like and share, like and share. Hello, hello. Okay, live, yeah, live. Share my personal timeline first. What's happening? Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, share my personal page first. Hold on. Hello, hello. If you're in here, type something. Hello, hello, so that I know you're here. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Wait, I log in so that I can see your comments. Hey, hello, Vicky. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, good evening, everybody. Hello, hello, good evening, good evening. Ah, not easy, do life. Keep on doing daily. Also need to think of topic to say. If not, very easy run out of topic to say. Not only that, need commitment. Very difficult. Okay, so today, what's behind me? Clementi Towers. If you all have know the news, recently, somebody from Promnex, my company, somebody closed $1 million HDB deal again. Okay, why HDB deals are always happening on the news, right? Because HDB HDB, transact 1 million is considered a big news. So people will be very excited. Naturally, is it, this HDB can sell 1 million. Then they will think that, hey, I also want to sell 1 million. But of course, why this unit can sell 1 million is got his reason one, right or not? So today, quick one, share with you what's happening. Just a quick update, quick update. Hey, where's my this one? Don't know whether you can see or not. Hey, shit. Share the wrong one already. Wait, hey, just now I opened it. This one. Okay. 5-room HDB resale in Clementi sold for 1.04 million, all paid in cash. Deal closed in a day. Wow, amazing, Yeah, of course it's amazing because this is Clementi Towers. For people who are not familiar there, right? In the first place, if you take a look at Clementi, this is the street directory. I open up the map for you to take a look. This is the exact block that we are talking about. 441A, all right? This particular block. Right smack beside, next to the Clementi MRT. Right smack beside the Clementi Mall. And I believe this is a high floor unit. So this is as good as it can get already. I mean, high floor unit, good space, in the middle of MRT Central, Clementi Central, right next to Clementi MRT. What else you want? It's like the best already. I mean, in terms of location, in terms of space, yeah lah. The title is HDB lah, but in terms of space, this is as good as it can get already. I think you can't find anything better over here in Clementi already. Because if you look at Clementi Estate, if you take a look at just Clementi MRT radius, right? Right next to MRT one, don't have condo. It's all HDB, right? It's all HDB. Okay. So you will only can go for all these HDB just beside it, or the nearest one maybe Triling, right? Further down the road, short walk distance. Hello, Celeste, my wife, my long-term number one fan. Park Clementi is also coming up. Then further down, if you cross this Clementi swimming complex, right, you have to cut through before you reach the condo. Clement Canopy is also over here, which also already TOP. But if you see in terms of Clementi, next door one, just right smack next to the MRT one, don't have. It's only the HDB. So there is a reason why this particular unit can command such price. Take a look at this screen I'm sharing right now. HDB services. If you see 441A Clementi Avenue 3, right? 99-year lease. It still has a very good 91 years lease remaining, which means to say, right, it's still a relatively young flat, right? Very new flat lah. MOP usually left about 93 years. 3 years construction plus another 5 years MOP, usually about 93. So this few cluster, right, I believe this will not be the only one. There will be more coming up in the few years. Some of the owners over here, they've been staying here, they like the convenience. Unlikely they will want to let go of their house as well. So Clementi is, I think you're served by the popular school, which is Nanhua, right? Nanhua just further down over here, Nanhua Primary. So people who wants to with a school going children, right? They will want to stay here at least 6 years, because primary school 6 years, right or not? So if let's say a good percentage of people staying here is because of the school, because of the amenities, so it's harder for them to let go. Harder in the sense whereby nobody want to sell lah. Then supply, basic economics supply high, supply low, price will be higher up, right? So take a look at what this article is saying. It's all paid in cash, 1.04 mil. First things when this news came out, right, in the news group, some people already say, wow, the person buy HDB for so expensive, siao crazy. So you see, people is like that. See people see people buy expensive, also not happy. Buy cheap, also not happy. Always got comments one. Okay. So you can see 1248 square feet, priced at 833 per square feet. All right. So within 1 day, within 2 viewing within 1 day. So this is this new cluster of HDB, right? Clementi Towers, which comprises of 441A, 441B, 442, 443. So they're all 4-room and 5-room. The other 3 blocks comprises of 3 and 4. Okay. This particular cluster, right, is also part of the integrated transport hub. ITH, we keep saying ITH, integrated transport hub. Another one is coming out of Beauty World already, if you don't know. So according to Ashprop, the flats over here still have 91 years remaining. Buyers are elderly couple who are downsizing from a landed West Coast, landed area from West Coast, which is further down the road only just across the highway only, right? HDB flat was marketed for 10 days and 2 separate viewing. Previous record sold was 1.038 July last year, also in 44A, 441A. So you can see this is not something new, happened before already, right? So this one, right, record high by another 20,000, another 20,000 more. So further down, they mention where are all the one new property happening Bukit Merah, Boon Keng, all these are not a surprise Clementi is a very central area, if you know. So Clementi is an area whereby, because of the schools, because of the education, because of the MRT and all that, it's very well supported. So today, my backdrop, the Zoom, you can see, I'm using this Clementi Tower as my Zoom backdrop. Right. So it happens. It happens. I won't say that. This is not something that will not be happening. There will be more such transactions happening soon. In fact, if you take a look at the property guru listing, right, 441A, right, there are still people selling there. There are still people posting up online. Right, you can see. Wow, this one also asking at 1.05 mil, negotiable, right? 5i, call to inquire. Maybe it's the same unit, I'm not so sure, right? But you can see the listing now. There are also still people listing up for the 5-room HDB over at this Clementi Tower. Okay, so yeah, some people they in the investment group in the Facebook group, I saw people say, wow, crazy buy so expensive for the HDB and all these things. Then I always joke, I usually remind hey, this elderly couple, right? They surely they know what they are doing. How would you know if, let's say this elderly couple, maybe they whole of their working life they have already made money from somewhere else, maybe through their own past property investments or business investment. Maybe their net worth is easily maybe like how much, 10 over million, 20 over million. So to them spending 1 million on HDB is like almost like spare cash right? It's like only 10% of your net worth So you know what I mean. So we do not know what is the background of this buyer who buy, right? So we also cannot comment too much whether is it a financially savvy buy or not. So yep, if you are the elderly couple that's watching this, if you saw me, enjoy your new house. I think you have made a very nice purchase, right? So very very convenient this particular block. And in terms of the view, I suppose it has a very nice view also because at a very high floor surrounding here, right? I think it's all unblocked already. I think likely is this kind of view that we are be looking at, right? Some part of the units, right? I think you can see the shipping area, the shipping port, and all these things. So yep, if you are looking at, if you are young, if you are a young couple just starting out, this is something that maybe I would not advise you to do so lah. Even you have the means to do it, because think about it, this elderly couple, they may have already made their riches in the past. This is to them is like a retirement home, right? Probably their West Coast landed, right? It's about 5 mil, 6 mil. They downgrade, they still got 4 mil in change for their retirement years. But today, if let's say you're a young couple, if let's say you are buying this as your first home, 5 years down the road, we don't say 5 years, like 10 years down the road, if you were to want to sell this particular property, do you think that this property, right, still can command at this kind of pricing or not? That is a big question mark already. Because right now, right, this unit is still fresh, it's still young, 91 years lease remaining. But 10 years down the road, this building is going to be, the lease is going to be 81 years remaining. And you will be suffering two kind of decay lah. First thing first, the lease decay. Lease, that means the 99-year lease already decay for 10 years. Another thing is the building decay. The building itself, not probably not your particular unit, but the whole building itself. There's some probably the common area, all these things is probably not as well maintained, not as beautiful as it once was lah. So all these things will take into consideration of the pricing, and definitely there will be new competition coming up. Probably a few years down the road, there may be newer HDB BTO cluster happening around here, and that's where that this particular cluster of the HDB, right, may not be able to command high price already. So today, if let's say you are a young couple, you saw this, you think that this is something you will want to go for, I may ask you to reconsider your options, because this is something that you may want to rethink. Yes, it's a very nicely located location and all these things, but you have to think that today you are as a young startup, right, you want to start off your so-called wealth accumulation journey through properties, right? This may be something that not so ideal lah, put it this way, yeah. Okay, but for elderly couple, okay lah, you make your money somewhere already. So congratulations to you. If I were you, I also hopefully wish to be like you one day lah. Can downgrade into a 1 million property, all paid in cash. Wow, nice man. Yeah. So if let's say if you are still looking around for this Clementi, there are some more units for sale. If I'm not wrong, just take a look at the Guru and the website and everything. There are still some units for sale lah. Okay, so next piece of news that I want to cover today quickly, just to share with people. This JB and Singapore Rail Link agreement, right, has already been signed, and not to be signed on July 30th. Construction to start January 2021 next year. That means because of COVID and all these things, right, cannot start. So what is this thing all about? That means to say they are going to finally build the RTS, Rapid Transit System, linking Woodland and JB. So in the past, not in the past, presently people who want to cross border, right, to go and buy things and all that, either you buy the train, you know what I'm talking about, right? The OO, the kind of train, you go into the JB to do your shopping and all these things, or you have to drive in, or you have to take Grab or bus. I don't know. Last time they're talking about the HSR, which is linking towards the Jurong that side. But again, because of change of government, because of COVID, because a lot of things, the HSR has already been put on hold. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know. The golf club, if you know that piece of land that's sitting over there, right? The golf club has already been, I think it has already been repossessed by the government already. So they have already returned back to the state, just sitting over there waiting for things to happen, right? But this thing, I think, will be even come into fruition faster than the HSR. So this thing will be happening soon. Then targeted 2026 will be begin operation, meaning to say 6 more years to go lah. And end 2026 all right, costing 1.21 billion all right, includes land acquisition and cost of relocation of maintenance operation depot, right? So in the future, hopefully, you can cut down our travel time. So over here, also talking about some of the video and all these things. Wow. Okay. So later I will send all these, post all these links, right, in the comments so that you can go and take a look at what's happening. So what is the fuss about all this? What's so big deal about all these things? Okay. Woodland, if you have following me so far, right, Woodland has been one of the spot that the government is looking at, going to invest lah, not looking at all right. So Woodland property, right, because there are a few things in play already. Now there are the Woodland downtown, the Thomson line already open, the phase 1 already open, 3 Woodland MRT already operational. So it will slowly link downwards towards the city area, and then to eastward towards the airport. Okay, that is in terms of the MRT. Another one will be the north-south highway. So there will be also another underground highway linking Woodland to city area. That is because the current existing CTE, right, if you all know, quite packed during the peak hour. So you can see this RTS, when you open up, right, it will draw out more human traffic into Singapore and Malaysia. So it's both way right? We do have a lot of workers coming in from Malaysia to work. At the same time, we also have a businessman coming over here to Singapore to do their meetings and all these things, right? So when these things open, right, it will further increase the connectivity and helping us. You see, wow, RTS able to serve 10,000 passengers per hour. Wow, there will be a lot of foot traffic coming into Woodlands North Coast Precinct. All right. For comparison, Changi Airport only had 8,600 passengers per hour back in December 2019. So you can see it's both way It's both way Singaporeans want to go into JB, Malaysians want to come into Woodland. So it's both way So you can see for residents, the area around the RTS terminus will transform into a bustling regional center with room for more housing. So if you don't know where it is, this is over here. The RTS is going to be opening over here, right? Which is currently the end point of the Woodlands North Thomson East Coast Line, right? It's already operational, this map. So if you don't know where it is, right? Okay, I try to open up the Woodlands North MRT. This one already operational. Okay, so this is where it is going to be. So on the map, right, you can see these three map, right? These three MRT, right, already functioning. All right, Woodlands North, Woodlands, and Woodlands South. All right, Woodlands South is over here at the IJC, that part right? Then Woodlands is somewhere we are familiar with the Causeway Point and the Woodlands Central. Woodlands North is more towards Republic Poly, that side. But in the future, when this terminus is built up, there will be even more things happening, right? So this is the exact location where Woodlands North MRT is going to be, right? So over here, if you can see, right, in this map, there are a lot more planning for new houses, mixed use of industrial developments coming out already. Okay, right, same thing, there will be a lot more excitement coming up. Why I'm sharing all this, right, is because I always like to share with people, if you want to buy property, one key thing is that you want to buy into somewhere there is attention from the government or investment from the government. Meaning to say, right, today if you buy into something that is more or less stagnant already, nothing much happening already, then you buy already, prices probably there won't be much movement. But today, if you buy something where currently is still so not so much of an activity, not so much of an excitement and commercial activities, right? Currently, the prices there may be lower than the future pricing, which means to say, right, if you look at Woodlands, some of the condos prices now, right, I believe they are still not that expensive yet, right? So some of the houses, if you look at Woodlands, Woodlands MRT further downwards, this side, Rosewood, Casablanca, Rosewood Suites. These are the few condos that I'm talking about, right? So these condos, if you take a look at Property Guru and all these things, right, as comparison to maybe I say Jurong, it's not as expensive yet. So if this is something that you are going into long term, meaning to say you are able to buy and hold for long term, this is something that you may want to look at, right? I believe there will be a lot more developments coming up, more investment coming into this area, right? So you see, RTS will transform Woodlands into a business district. what new waterfront precinct with large recreational areas and spaces, range of business park. Wow, sounds like good, all these things later I'll send up. More future private development happening in the Woodland. Wow, next time sell Woodland, cannot sell it as an industrial site really. Must sell as something like, what's that called? Sentosa. Not Sentosa lah. Vivo City that side lah. Sell like Vivo City that side, waterfront. Wow, you see the picture? Nice not bad Woodlands RTS terminus. Wow. Hey, why RTS? Oh, okay. So this article quite neutral. He put why RTS may increase the price. Then some of the quotation, all these things. Then over here he put why RTS may decrease the price. Safety and cleanliness conclusion. Okay. Bustling neighborhood may not be everyone's cup of tea. Singaporeans potentially moving to Johor. Okay, valid. Why property value Woodlands probably will not rise to high havens. Okay. These are talking points lah, right? Personally, I always believe connectivity, meaning to say, right, as long as you are near a connecting point to a particular area, right, MRT, what else, integrated hub and all these things, people want convenience. So if you are near to a point of convenience, right, definitely there will be demand, and then housing demands and all these things will be coming in. So this particular site, I'm also very excited about. And if let's say you can take a look at what's happening in Woodlands, right? Study more, do your own research, then do a safety. I mean, go and do your own investment planning and all these things before going ahead, lah. Okay. Okay, so this one, last piece of the news today. Actually, I also want to be chop, quick sharing. So this is talking about coming year end of 2020, only left with not much new developments coming up lah. Okay, so for those who don't understand the Mandarin or Chinese, I just loosely translate lah. I'm not very good also lah. 疫情稳定，买气逐渐恢复，发展商未来数月将推出超过2700个新私宅单位。Okay, so the COVID-19 situation slowly recovering. Coming few months there will be more developments coming up. Right, I think English can see lah. Foret coming up. Foret is opening this weekend already. Penrose coming up. Penrose over at the Aljunied MRT that side. Clairvaughn at Clementi. Landmark, right? Hill at Holland, Link at Beauty World and Noma. Okay, so total there will be 2007 plus units that will be coming up soon. Okay, so I always like to share with people, we are at the tail end of the bumper crop already. I keep sharing with people, all this is bumper crop, like durian, durian got bumper crop, right? So we are towards the tail end of the projects already. So after these few months over, right, you can see that most of the projects that's supposed to be launched, right, more or less is there already. Meaning to say, right, after this few batch of a project that is happening, right, you won't see much new projects coming up in the next year already. Even if there is, right, it's definitely going to be much lesser compared to this year and last year, 2019 and 2020 lah. Thanks, Cheryl. Hey, my Chinese not bad one, not bad one. Now never practice already, so not so good. So if let's say, right, people who are still in the sideline looking for projects, waiting for new launches for developers to cut price and all these things, my short answer is developer, they still do have very good holding power lah. So once they manage to sell their project to a certain benchmark or threshold, right, likelihood of them increase price or so-called cut price, right, is very low lah. Likelihood of them to cut price is very low. So it really depends on how the take-up rate is like. And in fact, during COVID, right, the take-up rate is still very, very healthy. So these are the few projects that is going to be launching in the coming few months. You can take a look after this few batch, right? Next year, I think not much really not much really. You can see this year end, it's always a 1 year lag, usually about 1 year lag. So you can see this year, the government already cut the supply by a lot. That means to say new projects, new pieces of land for sale and all these things is quite little already. So if let's say if you are still in the sideline looking for new projects and all these things, do take note that there won't be so much choices left already lah. Okay, so this is just a quick update about what's happening. All right, in terms of the property news and all these things. So yep, I come to the end of today's sharing session. If you have any questions, just feel free to type inside the comment box. If you just come in, just help me to like and share the post. And if you have not liked the page, right, just help me to like the page so that every time I go live, you will be able to get notified, right? So, yep, I will be hanging around just to see you have any questions or comments, and I will be happy to share my inputs. I would not say that I'm an expert, but happy to help lah. Happy to help. Happy to um, share what is my thoughts about the market and all these things. Yep. I think now things get to normalize already. A lot, but still got a lot more people, right? How to say a lot of people who are catching on to this live video game. I can see a lot of my colleagues and friends, agent friends, they're all doing live video series. Some do educational stuff, some do funny stuff. So if you like what I'm doing, do give me some encouragement by like and share lah, like and share will be the most helpful lah, so that I know that give me motivation to do this more frequently. Not say more frequently lah. Aim, like I mentioned, I aim to do this daily lah. But weekends difficult. Weekends sometimes when I back at home, right, already 10 plus. So I try to be like 10 p.m. then I start already. Then maybe about 10:30 we call it a day. Cause most of the people that's watching more towards like young parents so young parents like myself they have to put the kids to sleep then put to sleep already, right, about 10 p.m. then it's good 10 p.m. can start to watch, still cannot sleep then can watch my video a while, then 10:30 more or less I talk share the news and all these things, more or less a bit tired already, then easier to sleep, right? Yeah, so got effect one my video, huh? Okay, so yeah lah, just want to do some quick sharing about what's happening, and hope everyone is doing well. All right, normalized really. Like I think more or less things are getting better. Of course, there will still be concerns about what's happening to the COVID and all this thing. Personally, my own opinion is that the government, especially MAS and all these things, the government likelihood is that they will not want to have a sharp drop lah. Sharp drop in the sense whereby property price crash and all these things. So I suspect, no, I suspect, I guess, uh, maybe, maybe not, I'm not trying to speculate, I guess maybe with, there may be more new kind of measures of relief, right, coming up to ease some of these pains that SMEs and tenants are going through. So previously they are given all these rental relief and all these things, but there is also a timeline that or expiry date they are giving to. So after that, what will happen? There may be a lot more businesses that are affected, workers that are affected, landlords, tenants who are in the property game who will be affected. So what my guess is that they may be introducing more things to have a soft landing lah. This has been mentioned in the news. I think past few days they are trying to aim for a soft landing, meaning to say they know that this thing is going to be bad already, but they don't want it to be a sharp drop lah. They want it to be a gradual drop lah, put it this way. So yep, this is just based on my opinion. So if let's say you are looking out for good deals, or if let's say you are currently selling a place, do think of what is the best way to move forward lah, in terms of of your own current situation, because everyone is different. Everyone is going through a different stage of his life. So there may be some things that is not so applicable to you. There may be something that is uh, 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 not one size fit all. I'm just that's what I'm trying to say. The advice cannot be one size fit all because everybody have their own different life priorities and life objectives going through Okay, all right. So if let's say there's not much of comments or questions happening, say my final goodbye. Okay. Wish everybody happy, healthy. Okay, stay positive. It's very important. Now moving ahead is a challenging time, so stay positive, everybody. And then yep, what everybody what? Okay, all right. Hey, hello Jerome. Ending ready, then you come in. Okay, okay. Goodbye, goodbye. Watch the replay if you never see. Okay. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.